What's up, guys? I know what you're thinking. This is a little weird. This is the intro before the intro, but just want to let you guys know, first of all, I'm about so close to those 1,000 subs, guys. Keep going. Road to 1K. But this video you're about to see is a video I haven't done in a long time. It is the ranked thing where it's the ranked list, not thing. Ranked list on where I rank the highest attack figures. I'm about to explain it in like 5 seconds. Future Mug is about to explain this to you. But one thing I do want to say is I do not have the Attack Ultra Instinct Goku. And the way this list works is when I sort my box or when I sort my characters from attack descending, the top 10 characters that show up with the highest attack stats are the ones that make the list. I do not have the Attack Ultra Instinct Goku. I'm just letting you know, guys, before you guys comment down in the comment section below. Ultra Instinct Goku's top 10, Ultra Instinct Goku's top 10. I know, I just don't have the Attack Ultra Instinct Goku. The HP version doesn't make it because some of these guys are hard hitters, guys. And Ultra Instinct Goku's a hard hitter, don't get me wrong, but he just doesn't have the attack stat to make this list. Just want to let you know, Ultra Instinct Goku would be on this list. 100%. I do not have him, though, so just letting you guys know, heads up. There you go, guys. Let's get on with the video. You are going to be surprised to end up in the top 5, if I'm being honest with you. Number 1. Comment down below what you think the number 1 hard hitter is, in my opinion, and then we'll see if you agreed with me. But the deuces, everybody. What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Vegito here, and we're back with some Hero Colosseum, guys, and today, this is a video that is well overdue since the new figures came out. Now, every time I talked about the new figures coming out, I mentioned a while back when my channel was still growing, I did a top 10 attack units list, which means when I filter it, like when you go into the game, when you go into like build a team or just like customize figures, you press square and it gives you an option to attack and then descending. You go to descending. The top 10 highest attack stat figures, I ranked them, which I call it the top 10 attack figures. Now, I know there's 2 figures that got bumped off the list previously. Vegito Blue got bumped off and Beerus got bumped off because some of the new figures came in hot. Very hot. And some of these new figures are stupid good to the point where I had to put them on the list. They were in the top 10, first of all, but 3 of the new figures have the highest attack stats in the game. I do not have the Ultra Instinct Goku attack version, otherwise that would have been 4. But let's get on with it. Number 9, now I rank them going off of their posing skill, their stats, and how you can build a team around them. I do not go off of the skills you put them in. I do not go off of that at all. I go off of where they go, their trigger squares, their posing skill, their stats, and just how good of a unit they really are. So no, I'm not taking into consideration 01 skills at all, because that makes every unit good. But number 10 is Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Now, the reason I'm putting him at number 10, yes, he has one of the highest attack stats. I believe he has the 4th highest attack stat right now on my account. Yes, Ultra Instinct Goku will bump him to 5. But it's because his posing skill, first of all, his level max 99, HP is 50-50. His attack is 79-40, defense is 950, and his speed is 28-40. Ultimate attack is Final Shine attack, and his posing skill is Thirst for Power. Place on a trigger score for 1.5 times your attack, but your defense and speed drop to 0. Trigger score is top middle. That posing skill is super hard to do. I'm not going to say it's hard to do because I've seen people do it. A bunch of you are going to comment down in the section below. Comment down in the comment section below saying, I can do it. I've done it. It's just super hard to do because your speed drops to 0. Unless you're running super fast figures like a double Vegito or a double blue Vegeta who have 5,000 speed, or a double Trunks. Even then, with a double Trunks, you still can't because he takes up one of the trigger scores that he does. Like any speedy figure, you can have a future Gohan and a speed Cell. It would still work. It's just his speed drops to 0 and his defense drops to 0. So if you don't go first, he is dead and everybody else on the field is dead. So let's get on with the video, guys. I'm already in the video. I don't know what I just said. He's number 10 simply due to the fact that his posing skill is super useless, in my opinion, because there's units that hit just as hard as him and gain attack and not have to risk that defense and speed. My phone needs to stop. Shout out to JJ Graham. Hashtag road to 1K, bro. You're in the video. His attack is good. His HP is good. His speed is good. He's more used, in my opinion, as an off trigger square rotator. So behind a Piccolo with a Vados top right. Slap some skills on him, whatever skills you want to do, and he becomes a freaking monster. But other than that, he's really just like, he's probably one of the last units I put on a team, in my opinion. But number 10, I don't even know who I have at number 10 because I just did this. Team Gohan. Now, you're going to disagree with me in number 10 and number 9 and 8. You're going to disagree with me. and I understand that. Teen Gohan, number 118. Gohan Teen, obviously. Level max 66 out of 99. Now, obviously, stats come into play, but stats really don't matter because if their posing skill is good, number 1 is number 1 for a reason, in my opinion. His posing skill is amazing, but posing skill, his HP is 3810, attack is 7530, defense is 1240, speed is 2130, posing skill is Fury Unleashed. Place on a trigger square for plus 500 to your attack and 350 to your defense, repeatable, plus 5% to your damage dealt when attacked, and plus 10% to your damage dealt when an ally is defeated. Trigger squares are top, middle, and bottom right. Now, he is mostly used, as I've seen and I've used, as a bottom right figure. I don't see a lot of people using him top middle unless they're counting on going first, because if they do not go if you do not go first with him as a person top right, top middle, more than likely he will get one-shotted. Like, that's just a standard thing. A lot of figures in this day in the game, this like meta, I don't want to say meta, but in this stage of the Hero Colosseum, he will get one-shotted by most figures because the posing skills are becoming ridiculous. So many hard-hitting figures go top middle. Like a Jiren goes top middle, Future Trunks goes top middle, Goku, Big Bang Vegeta, the new Super Saiyan Blue Goku, a Champa. So many figures hit hard. So top middle really is useless for him. I go top, bottom right no matter what. But let's talk about his posing skill. 500 attack, so first turn he's going to have 8,000 attack. Phenomenal. He's going to gain 350 defense, so he's going to have about 1590 defense. Very good, but you're you're going bottom right in my opinion with him. So it's whatever. He doesn't gain any speed, but plus 5% to your damage dealt when attacked. More than likely, if he gets attacked, he's dead. So that's kind of useless at that point, but plus 10% to your own damage, dealt when an ally is defeated. That's a different story. That's a very good, very, very good. Because if you put him bottom right and the person that's protecting him dies, plus 10% buff. I'm not going off of skills, but I'm just saying that's a 20% damage buff for a man who already has 8,000 attack first turn. Very good. He's a very hard-hitting figure, but his posing skill is not better than some other figures in the game. Now, number 8, you're going to hate on me for this. SR Adult Mystic Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, he's a beast, in my opinion. Level max 60, HP is 2910, attack is 7020, defense is 1160, and speed is 1120. Potential Unleashed is his posing skill. Place on a trigger square for plus 300 to your attack and defense, and that of the ally positioned in front. Additionally, minus 300 speed to all opponents on the field. Repeatable. Bottom left and bottom right are trigger squares. I love his trigger squares for one because he can hide behind a Whis and a Vados. He can hide behind a Super Vegito going bottom left. He can hide behind Speed Cell bottom right. He can hide behind an Ultra Instinct Goku. He can hide behind so many good figures. But not only that, he's getting 300 attack and 300 defense per turn, per trigger square, every time he's on a trigger square. And he's giving that to the person in front of him. So my broken setup that I've ran with him in the past is Piccolo top middle, Vados top right, and him bottom right. And he's giving Vados 300 attack and 300 defense. So you can put skills on Vados, whatever you want, defensive buffing and stuff like that. But she's gaining 300 attack, which is making her hit harder. 300 defense, which is amazing. And minus 300 speed to all opponents on the field. Repeatable. So every figure on your opponent's field is losing 300 speed. You can wither their speed down very much, like very quickly. 2 turns they're losing 600 speed. 3rd turn they're losing 900 speed. 4 turns they're losing 1200 speed at that point in the game. And then 5 turns, God forbid the game goes 5 turns, 1500 speed off of everybody that is on the field, which is ridiculous. Like, super gross. He hits for, say the game goes 5 turns, he's gaining 1,500 attack, which means he has 8,500 attack, which means he's one-shotting most people in the game. That's a fact, especially with the skills you put on him. Especially with the skills you put on him, he becomes very good. I love his trigger square. I love his posing skill. Ultimate attack is Super Kamehameha, and his is Super Kamehameha, by the way. But that's the reason I have him at number 8, because he does things for the team, he does things for himself, and he supports the team, supports himself, and gets rid of some speed on the other side of the field, which, in my opinion, is a phenomenal posing skill. But number 7, Broly. Now, he's fallen off, in my opinion, in my eyes of me using him. He's still very good. Yes, the setup I run with him is super stupid good because he has 7,000 attack because I put all dupes into his attack. But Broly number 247. Level max 99, obviously. HP is 5200. Attack is 7050. Defense is 1320. And his speed is 2680. Posing skill, actually no, his ultimate attack is Gigantic Meteor if you guys didn't know. And then posing skill is Legendary Super Saiyan. Place on a trigger square for plus 15% to your ultimate attack gauge at the end of turn, repeatable. And plus 10% to damage dealt and minus 10% damage taken that turn only. And place after turn 3 for plus 30% damage dealt and minus 3% damage taken. Top left, top right are his trigger squares. Now, the reason I have him over Ultimate Gohan is because, one, the damage output that he produces. They have the same attack stat. Actually, he has higher attack, and he has 9 dupes into his attack. He's also an SR. Mind that, he's still an SR, and he has 7,000 attack. But, one, he gives you ultimate attack gauge at the end of turn. So, say he takes out whoever's in front of him, which chances are he will because he gains 10% buff with 7,000 attack. Is very good, but the one thing I do want to notice is his speed is a little low, his defense is low, and his HP is a little low. Now, I know the speed Broly has a lot of speed. Haven't level 99 him yet. Comment down below what his speed is at level 99, the speed version of Broly, because I don't have him at level 99. I've seen people using him a lot more because he's a very good option, going top left and bottom, top left and top right, because he hides behind it. He hides an ultimate, he hides a future Gohan, but that's a different talk. Now, he gains plus 10% damage dealt each turn, but it goes away, so he's only getting that 10%. And then he takes 10% less damage, but after turn 3, this is where it gets really good. He gains a plus 30% damage dealt boost, which is the same thing as a new blue Vegeta. Same thing as the new blue Goku. Same thing as someone else putting a Champa out on the field. Or you putting a Champa out on the field. Those people, the opponent's figures, are taking 30% more damage. He's dealing 30% more damage just off of opposing skill. And, not to mention, minus 30% damage taken, which means he has a Whis for himself. Just himself, which is phenomenal. But third turn, more than likely, a figure maybe has gotten taken out, depending on the situation you run him. I run him in an attack team. I do not run him in a defensive squad or anything like that. I will not run him with a Piccolo and a Vados, because I feel like you run a Piccolo and a Vados, more than likely you're going to run a 2-lane setup with somebody behind the Piccolo or somebody behind the Vados, because that's what Piccolo is made for. He gives that defensive buff to you, to the Master. But he's number 7 because he hits harder. He has more speed than the Gohan. He gives you ult gauge at the end of turn, and he just hits ridiculously hard, plus he gets a 10%. And then once third turn happens, it's GG. But number 6, Blue Goku. Now, he's super low on this list, in my opinion, but I have him here simply due to the fact that, well, I'll get into it. I don't want to get too much into it because that would spoil some of the video. Number 282, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. Level max 99. HP is 5,500. Attack is 8370. Defense is 1090. Speed is 1340. Ultimate attack is Super Kamehameha. That's weird. Everybody, Gigantic Meteor, Super Kamehameha, Super Kamehameha. Final Shrine attack. Is that the last one? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so, yeah, okay. I don't want to go back and actually spoil 5, but 5 is on a different team because that's how I've had to do this. Now, Posing skill, Domain of the Gods. Place on your trigger square for plus 30% to your own damage dealt, minus 10% damage taken, and plus 10% damage dealt by allies on the left and right. Yeah, on the left and right, stacks during that turn only. Trigger squares are top, middle, and bottom right. Now, first thing I want to say about his posing skill. That plus 30% damage dealt with him having 8,000 attack is stupid broken. He will one-shot a lot of figures. Shout out to Sun Santana, the last match we had that actually was on this channel. You did 12k attack on my Master with him. Because I know what you did. I know what stats you put on him. This is stupidly broken, the plus 30%, on him and the blue Vegeta. But the fact that he also gets a minus 10% damage taken, very good. And he also supplies people on the left and right of him with a plus 10% damage dealt. Which, say you run him top middle, a speed of Vegito top left, and a future Gohan bottom left, and Vegito top left, Vegito's getting a 10% buff just off of him alone, which more than likely some people aren't surviving that setup because he hits hard, 8,000 attack. He supports the team in attack, he supports himself in attack, and he supports himself with damage mitigation. In my opinion, that's better than everybody else that's been before him. Now, we're going to hop into 5 out of 10, guys. Let me know what you guys would have ranked these figures, just these figures, because this is how I have them, because if you go in to attack and you rank them by 10, like 10 to 1, highest attack being number 1, obviously, and then number 10 being, I believe number 10 was, I don't want to spoil it, but 10 is coming up because he had the 10th lowest attack, but he has one of the best podium skills. But I'm going to be right back, and we're going to hop into the highest, the 1 out of 5, obviously. All right, guys, we're back. Number 5 is the Attack Goku. He's one of the best figures in the game, guys. He really is. He hits so freaking hard. He gains, I'm pretty sure he gains the most attack out of any figure without having to get attacked or without any other stipulation. He literally gains 700 attack per turn just being in a trigger square. And he already has 7,300 attack at level 99. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, but let me go over the stats. Level max 99, 6220 is his HP, 7310 is his attack, defense is 1050. I'm shaking my head because how good this unit is. Speed is 2180. Ultimate attack is Super Kamehameha. I don't want to make this video too long, but it's gonna be long because the other previous videos that I did on these lists, I did the speed, defense, attack, speed, defense, HP, and attack. I'm gonna do another one where it's 10 best units in general, but we're talking about attack right now. Posing skill, true power of a god. Place on a trigger score for plus 700 to your attack, plus 160 attack to all allies, and plus 5% to your own damage, to your damage dealt repeatable. Bottom left, top middle are trigger squares. I don't need to explain why this unit is so freaking good. He hits so hard. In the first turn, he's going to have 8,000 attack. He's giving everybody else a 160 attack. And he's giving himself a 5% damage buff each turn. So I know I was on bot. I know I wasn't using skills in this, but I'm going to use skills as one example. I have ADM up B on him, bottom left, which means he's getting a plus 30% damage buff. Which means he's getting a plus 30% damage buff just off of those two. ADM up B, ADM SEC. That also means that he's getting a plus 5% to your own damage dealt repeatable, which means 30% right off the bat if you go second. Another 5%, 35%. Next turn, 40%. Next turn, 45. Next turn, 50, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. He hits super hard. He supplies the team with attack. He gives himself that 5% damage buff, and he gives himself that crazy 700. Plus, he hides in the back, which makes him a great attack unit. Overall, he's one of the best figures in the game. But number 4, the Jiren. This Jiren hits super hard. Like, super, 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 super hard. But he has some flaws. He does have some flaws. Jiren, 320. Level max, 99. HP is 3870. Attack is 9940. Now, he is at a 10 out of 10. Everything into his attack. But defense is 1230. Speed is 1460. Posing skill, true power. Power beyond a god of destruction. Place on a trigger square for plus 500 to your attack, plus 250 to your own defense, plus 15% to your ultimate attack gauge repeatable. Also, if alone on the field, 1.1 times own attack and defense, and plus 2,000 defense to your master stacks during that turn only. Bottom left and top middle are trigger squares. So the same thing as ultimate same thing as the Goku. But reason I have him ranked above Goku is because the setups you can run with him, and you can even run him as an off trigger square figure, which means you can put him behind a Piccolo, you can put him behind a Vados. The man is going to one-shot. Literally, whoever is in front of him, he will kill in one shot. I don't care who you want to put in front of him, even if they have a boatload of, like, HP. More than likely, if he gets a double, they're dead. There's a low chance of him not getting a kill. Even on a Vados, there's a low chance of him not getting a kill, even with a double. He gains plus 500 attack, so first turn he's going to have 10,000. He's going to have 10,000. He's going to have 10,400 attack. First turn. Second turn, he's going to have 10,900 attack. Third turn, he's going to have 11,000 attack, basically. 11,100 attack. His defense is going up by 5. His defense is going up by 350, so he's going to have 1580 defense, which is fairly good, but his speed is very low. He gains plus 15% to ultimate attack gauge, which means you put him on the field 3 times, and he has a 45% ultimate attack gauge attack buff. Ridiculous. Plus, if you put him on himself, he gets a 1.1 times own attack and defense, so basically he has 9,000 attack. He's going to gain basically 990 attack, or 900 attack, and 900 defense, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if he'll gain 900. He'll probably gain like a 200 defensive buff, but the attack buff is where it goes. Plus, he has a little bit of a Piccolo posing skill with the plus 2,000 defense to your master, stacks during that turn only. Now, the figure is good. He's better than the Goku in my opinion, but he's not better than the top 3 attack units, because the top 3 attack units in my opinion, one of them is going to shock you guys. The other 2 might not shock you as much, but let's get on to number 3. The Champa. I love this figure. I love the attack figure ever since I got him. He is a monster. what he does for the team. Number 187, God of Destruction, Champa. HP is 3,900. Also, the one reason I have him ranked so low is his HP is low. I know he has just as low of HP, but he just hits so hard, plus he has the speed. Let's go on with it. Level max 99, HP is 3,900, attack is 6,990, defense is 2040, speed is 2,370. Opposing skill, God of Destruction's Anger. Place on a trigger score for plus 30% damage taken by all opponents on the field. Stacks during that turn only. By the way, his attack is Power Rush. His is super commonly held. But by all opponents on the field, stacks during that turn only. Top middle is a trigger square. What this man does for the team is he makes all the opponents take 30% more damage, which means more than likely the setup you're going to be running with him, they're going to get one-shotted. Like, very easy. Even with a double, like, he will mitigate a Whis, first of all. He will mitigate a Whis. Whis makes everybody take 30% less damage. Right off the bat, that means nothing because he's on the field. 30% less, 30% more damage taken. He basically will kill a Piccolo by himself if he gets a double, and maybe if they don't have a Whis on the field. He has 7,000 attack, basically. He has 2,000 defense, which means, depending on who is hitting him, he might be able to survive that counterattack. But the speed also, 2,370 speed, that's higher than him and higher than him. Plus, he goes top middle. You can put him with a Videl. He hides a Videl. Speed Videl. I want the Speed Videl for this reason. Shout out to Kings Never Dream, I believe it is. Your Champa Videl setup is broken. This is why I have him ranked so high, is because he makes everybody hit so hard. I mean, he makes every opponent take so much damage, which means your figures are hitting so hard against him. Now, he's good, but the other two units, top 1 and 2, just changed. They changed the game in so many ways because number one figure is still the best figure in the game, in my opinion. Once I got the speed attack version down, he's the number one figure in the game to me. Number 2, he's iffy, but he hits so hard. Number 2, guys. The Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Like, if you guys didn't think he was going to be on this list, boy, were you wrong. Because he has the highest attack. He has the second highest attack out of anybody on my team. On my account, I do not have the Attack Ultra Instinct Goku. Otherwise, he would be decently high up on this list. But, number 283, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. Level max 99. HP is 3,980. Attack is 8,830. Defense is 1,050. Speed is 1,850. Opposing skill of Transcendent Heights. First of all, his ultimate attack is Super Gallica, and his is God of Destruction's Menace. But, Transcendent Heights. Place on a trigger score for plus 30% to your own damage dealt. Minus 10% damage taken. Also, ignore opponent's damage reduction effects when attacking. Stacks during that turn only. Top left, bottom right are trigger squares. Right off the bat, plus 30%. Becomes broken, considering he has 8,000 attack. Second thing, minus 10% damage taken. That's good, but he still has 3,000, basically a little under 4,000 attack, 4,000 HP, which means he might get one. He's going to get one-shotted regardless. That 10% really doesn't mean anything. But also, this is where the also comes in. Ignore opponent's damage reduction effects when attacking. Whis means nothing to him. Like, you thought Champa, he makes Whis mean nothing still. He just has it for himself. He doesn't even need a Champa on the field. And the setups you can run with him, the fact that he goes bottom right behind a Vados, and you can run a Piccolo, Vados, and him, still one of the most stupid and broken setups I've ever ran. And still to this day, I think is one of the grossest teams ever. Like, he will one-shot most figures. He will one-shot some masters because it's been done against me, and I'm just like, there's nothing I can do. Like, there literally was nothing. I made a mistake. I did not block this Vegeta and got a double and got bodied super quick. Shout out to O-Town, by the way. I'm pretty sure that was you. And then I one-shotted his master with a Jiren, but it basically was a give and take. It was insane. But this man is just an absolute beast. He hits hard. He goes bottom right, which I will mostly run him bottom right. Unless I run him top left, I probably will have like a speed figure like a Future Gohan or a Future Trunks speed version because he's a great cover for them because you don't have to worry about a counterattack from them. He's going to one-shot whoever he attacks. Even with the Future Gohan behind him, Future Gohan will clean up the mess, but he just hits so hard. He hits for like 10k every time. Literally, he hits for 10k every time he attacks. A normal attack. But number one figure, this is going to make... I could talk about this figure for 5, 10, 20, 35 minutes. Number 1, Speed Vegito. This man just is the most stupid, broken figure in the freaking game. He really is. Number 270, Vegito. Level max 99. HP is 3990. Attack is 71. 7110, which is, I'm going to just say that because that's not weird, 7,110. Defense is 970. Speed is 4,140. Posing skill, the strongest fused warrior. Place on a trigger square for plus 350 to your attack, defense, speed, repeatable. Plus 10% damage taken by all opponents if you go first. Minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents if you go second. Top left, bottom right are his trigger squares. Ultimate attack is Spirit Sword. His is Super Gallico. Now, let's just talk about that he gains 350 attack, defense, and speed. So first turn, he's going to have almost 7,500 attack. He's going to have 1,220 defense. And he's going to have almost 4,500 speed. Next turn, he basically will be gaining 700 of all of his stats except HP in 2 turns. That is stupid. Plus, if you have other stats like this, I know I don't do stats into these types of lists, but this is where stats really become stupidly broken, like this type of thing. He will have plus this, that is 850 with that and his posing skill, which means he almost has 5,000 speed. Plus that, plus 500 attack again, which means 850 for his attack, which means he's going to have almost 8,000 attack. And then he's getting that 10% damage buff. So if you go first, everybody's going to be taking plus 10% damage taken by all opponents. So if you have him with a Champa and you go first, they're going to be taking 40% more damage. Plus, if you have the ADM of B and F skills, it becomes a whole grosser thing. But plus, if you go second, everybody takes 10%. All the opponents do 10% less damage. He supplies stuff for the team that some other figures don't. Damage reduction, not damage reduction, but lowering the attack damage output of the opponents, or he raises the amount of damage that the opponents will take, which is phenomenal. Also, he gains every single stat by 350, speed, attack, and defense. No other figures can do that. And he has 7,000 attack base and 4,000 speed. I'm going to go through the list, and nobody has that type of stat. 7,000 attack, 4,000 speed. 8,000 attack, no speed basically. 7,000 attack, a little like half of Vegito speed. 9,000 attack, no speed. 7,000 attack, way less speed than Vegito. 8,000 attack, way less speed than Vegito. 7,000 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 attack, way less speed than Vegito. Plus, he can hide behind Avados. He can hide a future Gohan. He literally is one of the stupidest and most broken units in the game. Like, the fact that they made this attack version this good blows my mind. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe, as always. Comment down below what list you want me to do next, because I will be doing the attack, defense, or speed. Just to let you guys know, this is what I meant. You press X to square to sort, and then you go through attack, speed, defense, and then you do the... Let's just go attack, and then if you want to go ascending, starts with the lowest and goes up, or attack descending. What I do is, and then you pick the top 10. So Beerus and Vegito Blue got bumped off. If I had the attack Ultra Instinct Goku, he'd probably be 1 or 2 in the attack, and he'd go 3, he'd go 4, he'd go 5, he'd go 6. But I'm not ranking them off of their attack stat. I'm ranking them how good they are with some of the highest attack stats in the game. He got knocked off, he got knocked off, he got knocked off. Just because these 4 figures came in hot, and they came in swinging. But that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. I hope to catch you guys in the next video. The road to 1K is still happening. Thank you guys so much. When I hit 1K, it is going to be a celebration for you guys, not just me. But I'm going to get to enjoy it because I'm going to get to watch something that is phenomenal. But I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces, everybody.